Hi, Miss Bobo. I did my project on whether line day geckos change their color shades due to the amount of light they receive. My hypothesis was that line day geckos change their color shades due to the amount of light they receive, and I thought they changed them brighter. So over here is the line day gecko, and that's a picture of a line day gecko right there. And they're native to Madagascar, which is off the coast of Africa, and they like to sit in the sun and drink nectar from little fruits and stuff like that. And they like to eat insects. And this is the tank I had him in. It's a Zoomed 8 by 12, and he's got some soil right here, and he's also got some cork bark, and he's got a bamboo rod, which you can't really see right there. He also has 2 live plants, both different species, but I'm not sure which either species they are. And the light that I used, which is one of the most important parts of this, was the UVB lamp, which gives all the stuff from the sun that they need, all the vitamins and stuff. It was mainly for the plants, but it's also for the day gecko too. I used this during the entire thing, and it's made by Zoomed, which is a reptile company, and that's the same light. I used it for every single one of my tests. And let's go down here. I already told you about this. It's the stuff that I have in this tank. It's got some cork bark, like I said, and an 8 by 8 by 12. So it looks like this, and 8 by 8 by 12 inch, by the way. And he's on some Eco Earth, which is some soil stuff. And he's got a bamboo rod, and I was feeding him with a Gatorade lid. And this is the color chart that I used. This is a 7, which is the highest and brightest color on the chart, and this is a 6, and it just goes down from there, darker. And as you can see, they're labeled, so that's how I found out whether they would. That's how I found the average. I added them up, and then I found the average of the numbers, and the average of the numbers would lead me to an average color. And my data right here is I measured them at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. And as you can see, I got a 4, a 6, a 5. This is all for the lights on. 4, 6, 5, and then I got for day 1, and then for day 2 I got a 4, 6, 7, and then for day 3 I got a 6, 6, and a 7, and that averaged out to 5.6, which rounding up is around a 6. And then for the lights off was a lot different. He was a 1, and then a 2, and then a 1 for day 1, and then for day 2 he was a 1, 2, and 1, which is the exact same as the day before. And then for day 3, he was a 1, 1, and a 2. And that averaged out to about 1.3, which if you average it, if you round, that's about a 1. So he was very dark. This was his lights on, and this was his lights off. So my hypothesis was correct. They do change their colors to be lighter, and they do change them due to the amount of light that they receive. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. And
I have one question.
Yes.
When you measured the lizard at 10, 3, and 8, did you, even when it was dark and when it was light, did you measure them under the same conditions?
Yes, I did measure them under the same conditions. I measured them under the same exact light, which is this UVB lamp I mentioned earlier, and I measured them with the same humidity and temperature. And I misted them at the same time every day, which was 8:30 in the morning and then 8:30 at night.
So after sitting in the dark for a while, when you measured them under the same light, that's when you got the lower levels?
Yes.
And then vice versa, when you measured them in the light, then you put them under this light, after they had been sitting in the light, they were at higher levels?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you.